Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Xzeoxe here, and today I'm going to be giving you some info on what you guys should do for when you join Jujutsu Infinite on December 26th or 27th, depending on where you're located in the world for the first time. So the first thing I want to go ahead and recommend for people that have Robux, Christmas is going by. If you celebrate Christmas or any type of holiday around this time, hopefully you're getting some type of Robux. If you do get some Robux, I would 100% not spend it on anything besides an innate bag first, at least. Get an innate bag, because if you roll a special grade and you accidentally roll it off, you'll be able to keep it and switch between on and off, depending on there. Second priority is getting another innate slot. And then after that, you can do whatever you want. I would 100% recommend an innate bag, though. Something that kind of helped me out too to get things spins faster was skip spins. So you have extra Robux to spend on that, go ahead and do that. Nonetheless, that's kind of it from the store. Everything else can be just up to you if you want to go and buy it or not. Another thing I recommend as well is going straight into the actual map itself. You're going to be starting with the storyline mission first. I would 100% recommend doing the storyline until you get up to level, I would say, 60. Once you get up to level 60, you can go ahead and go into investigations, where you can actually go into, looks like they updated it. You can actually go into an investigation, which you have to be level 60 for. Once you become level 60, you're able to go ahead and go into this curse school. This go ahead and give you the opportunity to go ahead and level up a lot quicker than what you're normally used to. So that's something to keep in mind. The story modes and regular missions, they do give you good XP, but nothing will give you good XP as raids. So make sure you do that. The second thing I want to kind of mention, I guess this is the third thing, is when you're doing storyline, everything that you get, keep it. Don't trade any things yet. I would recommend not even thinking about the game has a trading system, just because us veterans, at the end of the day, we're gonna know what everything is worth. And I won't lie, a lot of us might try to scam you, you know what I mean? Because you might get something that's very valuable, and a lot of people may not know what those items are be worth, right? So, for an example, the game system has a little weird system where a lot of the community has created a new system for what items are being worth, or what it's worth, right? So we measure everything about fingers, so demon fingers. So for an example, there's a Trello or a Google document that's going around that this is the worth. That can be updated and it can be changed in the future. I'm just letting you guys know what it is currently. A demon finger is worth 100, so it's just 100 points is what it's worth. So if you had 10 demon fingers, would be worth 1,000, right? So for an example, some things in weapons like this are worth, for an example, a vengeance, I believe, is worth, I think, 400 or 600 finger, or 400 or 600 worth. And then so that means like 5 to 6 fingers, right? And then so forth, right? Things that you're not able to obtain after release, like Heian gauntlets, right? Or the Heian gauntlets, or Heian, I don't know how to pronounce it, but for an example, like these are worth, I think, 6,500, meaning I think 65 fingers, right? So just things that you might get in general, just be wary, because you don't want to go ahead and give something off for just a cool looking weapon, because something that might be cool to you is way less than what you have, right? So you could have got maybe 10 of these instead of one, you know what I mean? So just keep in mind, that's for all the new people out there. And in terms of like crafting and everything like that, honestly, I feel like if you just grind some stuff out for like weapons and things like that, it's going to be pretty easy. It is going to take you a couple hours, but you're going to be spending a couple hours in the game regardless. So if you're doing raids, focus on what you're going to want to do. For an example, let's just say you go to the detention center, right? And you want to go ahead and get the impossible dream. Only do those raids so you can stack up detention center keys and then be able to buy whatever you want from the store, or the craftable items, and then so forth for whatever you want to do for that. And then the bosses, they can drop things, they could drop them. Maybe in that 4-hour grind, you actually get the weapon itself from a drop. So it's just one of those things to keep in mind. You might get something that's super cool. Another thing that I recommend too is once you start getting to like higher levels, be sure that you're going to be using your domain shards and your maximum scrolls to the best ability of what you want to use it on. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is that you're going to get mad at yourself because you just wasted a domain shard or a maximum scroll on an innate ability that you did not want, or you want to use for a while, right? So don't waste that. So what I'm saying is that if you don't have the innate ability that you want now, wait until you have it and then be able to use the domain shard and then the maximum scroll, so you can go ahead and max out that innate ability in the future. You're just gonna have to suck it up, unfortunately. If you have a lot of innate abilities, like for an example, like me, I have 4 innate abilities equipped on my part, and as you can see here, I'm using Sukuna's domain ability, Star Rage, and as well, so which is Yuki's, Gojo's, which is Infinity, and then those are the only 3 I'm using right now. I have another one that I can use right now, but I'm just choosing to use these 3, and you can just use that. I have no maximum ability or domain on any of this right now, so you can get by in PvP and do everything in the game that you need to do without activating any type of domain or you know, a maximum technique, and you can get by. Trust me, you can even beat people with domains and everything of that nature. So just keep in mind before you do something like that, you don't want to be stuck with something that you don't like, right? Another thing is too, these cursed hands are going to be worth of value to you, so they give you permanent stat upgrades. And for an example, let me show you. This person here actually has a stat ability which he or she used to make their arms like this, which I don't know if you know what this is, but as well as this right here, if you know what this is from the manga, and if you don't want to skip through this part real quick, if you don't want to know this, go ahead. But in 3 2 1, this is Yuji's new ability, which his arms go like this. So the game's gonna have things like that where you can unlock like actual body parts, so that's just something to keep in mind as well. Besides that, the rest of the game is self-explanatory on how to learn everything. I would recommend doing bosses with people, and raids you can do that by yourself. Honestly, it's a lot faster if you do it by yourself because you don't have to rely on anybody. But besides that, bosses, I would 100% recommend getting some partners in there to help you out, because it is a grueling task to try to get some, you know, bosses down. Besides that, story mission, just make sure you finish that and you will get a free domain shard, and as well as a maximum scroll. I believe it's soul tied to you only, so you can only use it, but if you do get one that's tradable, you'll be able to access that by doing /trade and then whoever you want to trade, and as well as going to the trade hub and doing the same thing. But you can trade anywhere. Besides that, I really do hope you guys enjoyed my video. Make sure to keep updated with all my videos I'm going to be releasing in the future. Check out my last video if you want to go ahead and understand a little bit more about this, stat options and everything of that nature. But besides that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time, and peace out.